Ground control to Major Tom.
Am I
Welcome.
delayed at all?
No, I think you're okay.
Okay, we're
You
good.
seem
We're
okay
good.
from my end. Yeah.
All right.
Am I okay? Am I looking okay to you? Is everything fine?
I mean, other
This is
than
the
the
weirdest cold
usual
open.
like face thing that you've got going on, you do it great.
Well, you know, that's why I'm the best. That's why I'm the best looking one. Thank you for joining us at My Brother's an Idiot, the podcast, the number one podcast in the world for 10 whole people. And we apologize for the world's worst cold open because that was straight jabroni action. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy?
So,
you ran away. Okay.
No, I'm back. I just
okay.
There was a little bit of trash over here, and I was like, the trash can is right here. So I took one step, threw it away, and I am back. I also just
noticed
back. Microphone is in a strange place, so apologize for noises. If I probably sound better now.
Oh yeah, you sound much better.
Okay, cool.
Jesus, this is what we get for recording on a Friday. This is
how
this works. Yeah, right. No kidding. No kidding. Happy Friday, my friend. How are you?
Oh man, doing good. Little worn out, just new schedule, trying to figure some things out and get into a new routine. But it's Friday, so I've got tomorrow off. Tomorrow is going to be my only day off for Saturday will be my only day off for a while until I can finagle some Sundays off, and then we'll be at summertime, and then I'll have a brand new schedule again. So figuring some things out, but the job's super easy. Kids are kids, and you feed them.
Right? Have you dropped the hello children at them yet?
No, I think about it every time I'm leaving. I'm like, pull it out of the parking lot. I'm like, I didn't do it again.
Didn't say hello, children.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can see my shirt today, but this is what I got from the wife. It's if you remember Emperor's New Groove, that's the llama, and he does the no touchy thing.
Yeah.
I have lots and lots of Muppets and Disney shirts. Most of them were given to me by my lovely bride, and the kids love them. So,
good.
Do the food prep with the full apron, and then I go to the half apron for service so that they can say nice shirt, and then they carry on. It's fun.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, it is one of my favorite times of the year, and we've got NBA and NHL playoffs upon us. Exciting times for sure, especially around here.
Absolutely. Where do you want to start? I guess we'll start with the Avalanche because
let's start with the Avs, man. I mean,
is this the year we get the curse broken?
And there's history behind that. This team has actually done that before.
What was that, 96 or 2001?
I think it was 01.
Was that Ray Bork's year?
Yeah, Ray Bork's year. I believe they won the President's Cup or President's Trophy and then went on to win the Stanley Cup in the famous 16W run. So it has happened. Doesn't happen often, but it has happened, and this team has done it. And when they won it before in what was that, 22?
Yeah.
It was the year before they won Lord Stanley's Cup. I just got the sense then that that was the goal that they needed to hit in order to get to their end goal. And there just seemed to be a little bit of too much huzzah around it, right? It didn't seem right. There's not that this year. This team's super focused.
They're gritty as hell. That team in 2022 was like, that was kind of the end of the prima donna Avalanche. We had that whole era where it was just flying around the ice and pretty goals and all that stuff. And that was the last year they did that before, they changed the attitude and then won a Stanley Cup. And then, we've been having bullshit happen the last 3 years with injuries and all kinds of other crazy shit with Val. And this is the healthiest this team has been. I am a bit concerned about what's happening between the pipes. But we can talk about that if you'd like to. But this team,
all right, no, let's get into that. What are you concerned about?
Oh man. Do you have a number one goaltender?
No. And I'm okay with it.
And what what happens if we get down in a hole in the playoffs? How quick of a plug are we pulling here? Because we've seen both of these goalies give up a shitload of goals early in different starts.
Sure. And that happens to every goalie, right? There are goalies that have shit starts. The word around the league is that the Avalanche have the best goaltending room in the league. So I'm not concerned about a one-off, right? It's going to happen. They're not going to go 16-0 in the playoffs. There's going to be a game where Wedgwood doesn't play well. There's going to be a game where Blackwood doesn't play well. I'm not worried about that. I am a little bit concerned about the decor, especially with the health of Cale Makar. I know they've come out and said the right things, and it's not serious, and they're just kind of holding him back. Fine. We need Cale 2 weeks from now more than we need him now. Right.
Yeah, sure.
I understand sitting him down.
Kind of Mark Stoning him at this point.
Not as dramatic. Not
the same, but a little bit of that,
I mean, just resting him, right? The Mark Stone thing was a financial thing that they did 2 years in a row. Fucked up.
Well, and keeping that old guy afloat till they can get him into the playoffs too.
Right. And
because he's 700 years old.
Yeah, that too. I like I said, I'm not super concerned about the goaltending. I think that they finally they've got a 1 and a 1A, and no one else has a 1 and a 1A. And quite honestly, there are teams in the playoffs that don't have a 1.
Who are you starting game 1?
Blackwood.
Okay. Me too.
Yep. I'm starting Blackwood game 1.
Yep.
The other thing I'm really excited about, and it's too bad that Dipshit's not with us tonight. She's out gallivanting around the mountains. I'm excited to see what this D-core looks like with a little bit more grit, a little bit more toughness, and no Sam Girard.
Yeah, right.
Because that guy, look, if you've been with us for any amount of time and you've listened to some of our hockey talk, you know that I am a fan of the player that is Sam Girard. I am not a fan of Sam Girard in the playoffs because it just turns into a tough physical game. Playoff hockey is like no other game in the world in terms of how the game changes. The closest you get maybe is NBA when it just turns into a half court game. But even then there's still some up and down. Playoff hockey is something else altogether. And Sammy G was not built for playing D in a playoff hockey atmosphere. Never has been. Right. So I'm excited to see what they do. They've got some that Brett Burns guy, man. What a fucking Iron Man that dude is.
Yeah,
1,000 straight games. Good Lord.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah. And every time I see him, I'm like, yeah, you're missing another tooth, dude. Like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Rob Blake in the way he selectively throws his body around.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Blake was a hitter, but he wasn't a physical hitter. He knew how to throw that hip check and keep himself out of it. Burnsy is kind of the same thing. He's not as good with the hip as Blake was, but Burnsy is selective. He's not all over the place, just throwing his body around, which really helps with his. I mean, luck obviously has a lot to do with it, but it helps with his health.
Well, it also didn't hurt that Rob Blake had like 4 foot long legs, so his hip was easy to get down and get in. You just see that guy just and
he's the same size as Burns is the same size. They're both 6'4", right?
Right. Yeah, they're giants.
Both giant humans. I mean, they're not Zdeno Chara, but they're both huge guys on skates.
They're big dudes.
Right.
I think it's funny, you think about all these athletes and you're really surprised when you see football players and basketball players, when you see them in public, because they look so much bigger. Right. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes baseball players too look a lot bigger in person, especially lately, the pros tend to be just monsters. Aaron Judge is 6'10". David Ortiz was, 300 pounds, not that big, but he was a sizable human. But then you look at hockey players and most of them are like kind of slight, and you kind of have to be, to be that good on the ice. A lot of them are like our size, 5'10", 180 pounds, 190, 200 pounds. That's what they roll.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 6-4 is big.
Yeah, I went to one of the Ball Arena galas a couple of years ago where it was one of those fundraising deals, and they had a bunch of Avs were there and a bunch of Nuggets were there. And you forget, and we'll get more into the Nuggets in a minute, but you forget that Jamal Murray 6'5".
Yeah,
because that's just average for a basketball player.
Yeah.
And then he walks up to you, and he was standing next to MPJ, and MPJ is 6'10". And I'm like, they're both huge. And then in the very next room around the corner, I go, there's stupid fake gambling. I was playing craps with Makar and Manson. With a bunch of other people at the same table. Like, it wasn't me exclusively playing with them, but they were like normal sized human beings. To your point, like, it's just it's night and day.
Right. Yeah. It's funny though. You see them on the ice and you're like, man, they're probably huge. And then you see them in person, like, oh, they kind of just look like regular guys.
Right. Well, I do like your point about the healthiest the team has been. And honestly, they are, right? We had that scare with Blackwood a couple of nights ago where he got run into, but it seems like he just got the wind knocked out of him. He was okay. LOC is back.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the thing with Kale, but it seems like that's super minor. And everyone else is as healthy as you could expect after an 82-game season. And if they don't play any of them and just bring up the entire Eagles team to play that last game, I'm okay. It doesn't make any sense to play anybody, right? Just let them rest. Let's go. I'm good.
Don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, don't hurt anybody. I mean, and the good thing is, and I wasn't super worried about the Eastern Conference, but I didn't want to have to play Game 7 in Dallas.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Let's have Game 7 on a
road team. They've been the best road team in the NHL this year.
That's fine. Right. And
I get what you're saying, but still.
And it's not necessarily just the environment. I have always hated that sheet of ice in May and June. It's like skating on a slushy. And it's always been just a slog. That's why they play the way that they play
that. Yeah, that's why they play that style of hockey. Is just because it's built for that arena.
Yeah, I know. Because of the humidity and the heat, and it's just
a fucking swamp.
Yeah. I mean, it's just an inch of slush on the ice. It's just so gross. And the puck does stupid things. It's nasty. Don't play there. I'd be happy they didn't have to play there at all. Like, that'd be fine. Right. Let's just not.
Man, just lose in the first round, please. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think they'd get to them until Now, I know they reseed. Let me pull this up. I know they reseed. I don't think they would play them until the conference championship. I think. Let's see if there's a bracket up. Here we go. Oh, hey, looky here. All right. So as it stands right now, the Avs are playing the Kings. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Here's the cool part. Dallas right now is slated to play the Wild.
Yeah.
Let those two tear each other apart.
Go to 7 games, please.
Right. That would be
games. If you could play 9 games, that would be cool.
Right. And you've got Edmonton and the home of the Zammoth. Have you seen that thing?
I hate that. I love it.
You know what? And there's a missed opportunity. Why don't we have a Zamberni?
Quick, you got to trademark that and put it out there.
Zamberni, right? I should.
Yeah, Zamberni, and then tweet
Zamberni.
at the Avalanche quickly.
Yeah,
quickly. So before somebody else steals it, one of the 2 people watching wherever they are, they're stealing it right now.
They're stealing it right now, Zamberni. Yeah, and then the Knights and the Ducks are the other round. So I mean, the path is there. The path is absolutely there. I like the chances. I mean, it's the hardest trophy in sports to win. It's the most physical playoffs that there is. Let's go. Let's just go.
Awesome. There we go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's move on to the Nugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I went to the gym today and got home. And as I was pulling into the driveway, I'm listening to the radio. And they announced that none of the starting 5 are going to play tonight because none of the starting 5 for OKC is playing tonight. The only person you might know who's playing for OKC tonight is Lou Dort.
Oh, I know that.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, spoiler alert. He got called for a rough foul. So I walked in the door, and the queen sitting in her chair, on her phone. I said, "No sense in watching the Nugs. Nobody's playing."
Yeah.
Right. Here's the other funny thing. So the Nugs still are ahead of the Lakers, right? For that third seed, which I think is relatively important. Like, you're going to have to see Oklahoma City at some point. I'd rather see them in the conference final rather than see them in, round 2.
Yep.
Let's see what the standings here. Western Conference. Yeah. So the Nugs are still a game ahead of the Lakers. With one more win and one fewer loss. Now, here's the funny thing. So Wemby's playing tonight. And the only reason why Wemby's playing tonight is because he needed to get to 65.
Yeah, right.
The last game of the year, San Antonio, Denver. I don't think Wemby's playing that game.
Probably not.
Yep. So you get one win and or a Lakers loss, and you got the 3 seed. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you've already proven you can beat the Spurs. Joker has been putting Wemby into a spin cycle. And Wemby gets his. The guy's a goddamn alien. Like, let's just be honest here. He's the freakiest basketball player I have ever seen. But Joker's got him figured out. Like, he dropped 40 on him, on Wemby. Nobody drops 40 on Wemby. And he's done it twice. Would you like to hear 2 crazy stats about Nikola Jokic? Just
absolutely
more. We haven't done this in a while, but here is your reminder that Nikola Jokic is the greatest basketball player.
It has been a while. Yeah,
it has. All right. So this one, the first one is crazy. The second one will blow your mind. So nobody in the history of the league in any given season has led the league in rebounds and then at some point else in their career led the league in assists. No one has ever done it.
That's
Joker's going to do that this year in a single season, lead the league in rebounds and assists. No one's ever done it in their combined career.
That's wild.
Nuts, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, good God.
Yeah, that is insane.
Right? Here's the one. This one I actually had to look up because I heard it and I was like, there's no way. All right, so we all know the infamous 2022-2023 season when Embiid won the MVP, right? Since Embiid won the MVP in regular season, he has played 91 games, Joel Embiid, because he's been fighting injury, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, I love this one. I just realized where we were going with this. Yeah, go ahead. I love this
Joker's got 87 triple-doubles.
Yeah.
In that same time frame, he's got 4 fewer triple doubles than Embiid has played games. Tell me again how he deserved that MVP. People out there
makes no sense.
Perk. And I don't know if you're seeing it. I'm seeing a lot of it in the last 10 days. There's been a little bit of a national media push for Joker as a legitimate MVP candidate, and I don't know if it's too little, too late. But I'm seeing some stuff out there. Yeah. Colin Cowherd, Windhorst, Stephen A. Smith. Like there's some legitimate people out there actually starting to bang the drum. And a lot of it is we have been taking this man for granted.
Yes. That's a lot of it.
Because he doesn't fly through the air. He doesn't make the rim crashing dunk. He doesn't break ankles. He just goes out there and puts up 20, 10, and 10.
Yeah. Every night.
Yeah.
I was driving home from job number 2 the other day, and actually on ESPN radio, the host was that must be one of the talking points on the sheet, because they give them a sheet with talking points on it every day. That must be one of the talking points, because the I can't remember who it was, Q Myers or one of those guys. I'm trying to make sure I quote him correctly, but he was basically like, you guys in Denver don't know how good you have it. You know, it's like, no. We know how good we have it. We know exactly how good we have it. You guys have not noticed how good we have had it. You guys have just not seen it because you're not paying attention.
Right. Absolutely unbelievable that I think he's going to be 31. He's in his 30s. I mean, this is where you start to see the downslide, right?
Supposedly.
And supposedly, but we've been saying this forever. Like, his game is going to age fine because he does not rely on his athleticism. He relies on his mind, and he always knows where the best play is. He's having the best year of his career at age 30. 27.8 points, 12.9 rebounds, and 10.9 assists.
Yeah, averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen often.
No. I think there's 6 people who have ever done it. One guy did it 4 times. If you're counting Russ, I think Russ did it 4 times.
Yeah, Russ did it a bunch of times, and I think maybe Wilt did it once or someone like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that is just insane that he is doing that. And then, you know, like you're saying, nobody understands how good we've had it with this guy, and they're starting to be like, are we seeing this again? Because I think the hype is starting to build for the playoffs. They're getting ready to hype up this Oklahoma City and Denver Nuggets AFC. So they got to start now, right? You know, you got to start the hype train now because everyone sees it coming. San Antonio's not there yet. The Lakers ain't shit, especially since Luka's done.
And Austin Reeves is hurt.
Yeah, now Austin Reeves is hurt as well.
Right. And that's an oblique. That ain't going to go away.
Yeah. Minnesota ain't doing shit. Come on.
And Ant's hurt.
Yeah, right. The Rockets, whatever, you know, they're fine. But the only 2 teams that matter in the West, and it's a heavy West, are the Nuggets and the Thunder, and they're destined to meet at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say this. The Spurs are really good. I mean, that is a really good basketball team.
Oh,
and
100%.
It's a very, very good, very young basketball team. So they've got to prove that they can do it, right? And get into the meat grinder and go through a couple. Like, they're going to play they're going to play one of the teams that comes out of the play-in, right? So if you had a guess, you've got Thunder, Clips, and Spurs, Suns to start. And then after that, if everything shakes out the way it's supposed to shake out, then you've got,
which it usually does in the NBA.
Yeah, it usually does. You're probably going to have chalk that first time around. I mean,
it always does.
Yeah, I mean that 4-5 matchup, Lakers Rockets, could be interesting because it's old versus old. You got KD, who's an absolute dagger at 36, and LeBron, who's just doing LeBron things. He could carry a series against a team like the Rockets. I could see that, especially if Luka has a little bit of a comeback. But man, I mean, you're looking at Nuggets, Timberwolves in round 1. Are we going to get the revenge tour of 2026? Knock off the Timberwolves in round 1, take on whoever in round 2, and then OKC in the Western Conference Finals.
Fine with it.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. None of those teams scare me with this Nuggets team. They are so deep, and you know you're seeing the development of the bench late here too. Like at one point, Big Val had fallen out of favor, like didn't play 10 or 12 games. They might have been resting him because you've seen the last 3 or 4 games. He's been a monster in the 10 minutes he's had a game. He has been an absolute monster. So this team is poised and ready, and they are deep as hell. Deep as hell.
I'm kind of thinking they're going to go 9 deep off the bench.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
they can.
You got to think Peyton's coming back, right? Peyton is got to come back. They're being really careful with him. Yep. You're going to get a whole week off with the play-in, pretty much after the regular season, right? Because they got to work through all that. So you get some
great for AG.
Yeah, that's the other one. So you've got your starting 5, right? You've got Joker, Jamal, Cam, who's been playing really well,
who's been great.
Yeah,
just needed to fit in. You know,
remind me. I'm going to give you a tidbit about him too. So you've got Joker, Jamal, Cam, AG, and Christian. So there's 5, right?
Mhm.
You know you're going to see Bruce, 6.
Yep.
You know you're going to see Hardaway, 7.
Timmy is getting some looks for 6-man too.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can interchange those two, right? Either whoever gives you the best matchup.
Mhm.
Peyton's 8.
Yep.
Foul 9.
Julian Strother too. I mean,
yeah, Strother could come in a pinch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really like the ceiling I see out of Julian Strother because he's been aggressive going to the rack this year more so than ever. He's always had a pretty good outside shot, but they could go 10. Mark, how do you go 10 deep in the playoffs? Usually it's 7 or 8.
So I was the NFL is always considered a copycat league, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody finds something that works and then everybody starts to do that. The NBA is not far behind there. Look who won the championship last year and what they did. Oklahoma City won it last year and they ran 11 guys throughout the entire run. They had 11 dudes that they used. So the Nuggets are smart. Like let's diversify the bench and make sure that all of these guys are getting in there. So I am absolutely okay with running 10 because you're in it for the long haul, and that's the only way you survive with some of these guys who can get injured pretty badly, like AG. Jamal's been really healthy this year, and you hope that continues. Joker needs to spell some minutes so he can last 16 games, 16 wins, right? You gotta have the depth, and that's exactly what their problem was last year. Is they ran out of steam. They're not gonna do that this year.
Mm-mm.
The only reason they got beat by Oklahoma City is because they were dead ass tired because they ran 6.
And you had AG on one leg.
Yes.
He was a shell of what are you doing?
Oh, we're blocking comments right now.
We're blocking comments. Ooh.
And I'm putting this user in timeout.
Who is
Leonia Richter?
Oh. We the vote. Okay. Go away.
Yeah. We blocked them.
This is not that show, Leonia.
Yeah. Go away.
However, since you're watching us on YouTube, click over to Goons Gone Fishing episode 2.
She's not anymore.
Okay.
I have pushed the block and the timeout buttons. She is no longer
and timeout.
Yeah, she got blocked and timeout. Timeout.
Right.
And block.
Gave that bitch the Heisman.
Yeah. Stiff arm that motherfucker.
Right. So last year, do you know what MPJ's 3-point percentage was playing for this team?
Not great, Bob.
It was fine. It was 39%.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
You want to know what Cam Johnson's is this year?
Go ahead.
42 plus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's having a month when he finally came off an injury and couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Yeah. He was hurt and he's in a new place and he has come on strong in the last 10 or 15 games and it's been insane. This is what we were saying. He was going to be fine. He just had to figure out how to fit in.
Right. And not get hurt. I mean, that's really what derailed the whole thing. Yeah.
Right.
That's what derailed it. Right. Coming back out. And because that middle part of the season where you had Joker go down, you had AG go down, you had Christian go down, Cam went down. I mean, it was awful. It was Jamal and the Jabronis for a little bit. And they survived that part of the season thanks to their depth. Credit where it's due. They did a really good job building that bench up. And the MPJ trade was the massive part of the ability to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And he knows it too. You know, it's the move has been great for both of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's
MPJ
the guy. He can go having a career year at points.
Yeah.
For
and we knew it was going to happen, you know?
Oh yeah. Just shooting the lights out. Go ahead, son. Get it.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
No ill will towards that kid's game whatsoever. Right. No. And one of he's a super nice guy, has said some funny things on his podcasts in the last year, since they kind of let him off the leash, but has had some family challenges. We're all very familiar with his two brothers and the things that have gone on. No sense in rehashing those concerns, but he didn't say a word about it. Just played through it and was a warrior. So good on you, kid. Good on you.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking? 2 parades? I'm thinking 2 parades.
Oh, I've been saying that since the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
if you remember
thinking,
correctly,
I'm thinking 2 parades.
we're still.
Well, we had to get to this part of the season and see what they looked like,
Yeah.
and especially in terms of health, because availability is the most important ability. It's
Thank you, HR.
It's looking like 2 parades, dude.
Oh yeah, 100%. Thank you for your HR comment, by the way. The best ability is availability. Show up to your job.
Oh, that's not HR. That's who said that? I want to say that's a Schlereth thing that he says a lot. If not, it might be one of the Golics.
I don't know. It's been in every training video I've ever seen.
To be perfectly honest, I haven't seen an HR video in 10 years.
Actually, honestly, neither have I. Neither have I. Actually, that's not true because I used to have to watch it when I was doing orientation. So, seen it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do with those. So.
Good on that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm good with 2 parades. Let's just call it now. 2 parades.
2 parades. Yeah.
2 parades.
100%.
2 parades. The 4th MVP for Joker, which I mean, he's already at the select table of 3.
Right.
That's not a big group of guys.
No,
lest we forget. Best of the world.
100%. 100%. And this is the first year he's had someone with him who has been voted an all-star in his entire career. They won a parade, and he was the only guy who was an all-star on that team. This year was the first time that was not the case. Jamal came into camp in shape, and he listened to everybody apparently, and got right. And he's been amazing this year. Oh my God, he's
also having a career year. He's having the best 100%. Also,
like came in shape, and you just saw the difference. Yeah. He wasn't.
Well, he wasn't like last year, 2024, 2025, coming off the Olympics. I'm sure that had something to do with it.
Yeah, sure.
The beating he took from the Canadian media because he didn't play very well, right? There's shit happens, right?
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, wasn't good. That's okay. All right. Let's move into dipshit of the week. Do you have? I've got a good one.
Okay,
I've got actually 2 that are tied together.
Shout out to the Olympics. A lot of people are getting emails this week saying that they have been chosen to get tickets for the Olympics. A lot of it's already sold out. One of the people I work with has access to some tickets, I believe, next Thursday. And they were looking at the prices, and opening day of track and field for upper deck seats in the Coliseum, which holds 100,000 people, for track and field opening day, $900.
Jesus.
And that's on the cheap end of some of the tickets that I heard. Opening day for gymnastics, over $1,500. And that kind of stuff happens. But oh my God, that's how the Olympics stay in business, man. Holy shit. Holy fuck.
What's opening day? What's the first round of kayaking? Well, how much is that one?
I don't know.
Go watch kayaking.
Our sister did actually get one of those emails. I don't know if she's actually going to get involved in it, but she sent me a picture today of the email that she got saying she got chosen to select tickets, and I was like, it's on her bucket list apparently to go to the Olympics. So I would just go to hang out and walk around and then go home.
Right.
See the fire, go see the things. Walk through Olympic Village, see the pile of used condoms, in the Winter Olympics this year, they ran out of condoms. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
Like early too. Early.
You get a bunch of, and primarily speaking, you get a bunch of young, highly trained, extraordinary athletes in the best shapes of their lives before or after, and just all of the things that are going on internally with the endocrine system, you're gonna have some shenanigans.
That's
and a lot of them look really good. Yeah.
That's why they provide 50,000 condoms at these things or more. But I would like to actually say this is a happy dipshit of the week. I'm going to give the dipshit of the week to the Rockies. Starting off pretty good for them. They hit 500 at one point already. Mm-hmm. They are playing lights, they're playing baseball. They're actually being competitive, and the product looks okay on the field. I think that this Walker, the Walker Montfort thing, and this Paul DePodesta thing has been moving towards this, because I was actually talking to our father about this earlier this afternoon. I think that when the Penners started, because there's no way that they just signed on the dotted line today without actually investing in this and telling them that they needed to do some things. I'll bet that the Penners told them, hey, you need to change some things up before we even talk about investing. And so we got Paul DePodesta, who's changing the way that the Rockies organization thinks. Walker seems to be moving some things around to make things, with the baseball team and everything else with the business. And now the Broncos owners, the Penners, bought 40% of the team. It's not majority owner, yes, but Dick has stepped down from a lot of the stuff he was doing the day-to-day, and Walker has stepped into his place. I mean, I am happy with. This is what we wanted, right? This is what we have been asking them to do. And it's also, I went on Monday to the game, and there was not very many people there because it was pretty cold, but it's a fun atmosphere. Like, it's a great time. So I'm going to go enjoy baseball because it's fun. Yeah. And the Rockies are actually fun.
Right. And we all know how I feel about the Rockies and the way they've been run the last, 20 years.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
The Walker Montfort and DePodesta thing, it's going to take probably 3 years to see if that actually takes fruit, right? It has little to do with what's actually happening on the field right now. Maybe there's an infusion of energy in the building. That could be a thing, a bump. Mm-hmm. It could be that, right? I'm willing to give them the benefit
toxicity
of
too. Remove some toxicity from the place.
Right. I have one concern and one point. First, my concern is that how long is Dick going to be able to not keep his hands in anything, because he's still the majority owner. He still owns 60% of the team, right? That's how he's run everything. So we'll see. I'm hoping that it works out. Here's the other funny thing. Walmart money now owns outright or huge piece of every major sports franchise in Denver.
Colorado. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because the other half of that family is
right. What do you think Kroenke's wife's maiden name is?
Yeah, right. The other half of that family is Stan, and
I'll give you a hint. It's not Poffel.
Oh man, I wish it were though.
Right? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That would be neat. Can I borrow like 0.1%, please?
Yeah, can I just have a boat? Give me a boat. Yeah. It doesn't even have to be a big boat.
Yeah,
just have to tool around and throw some lures.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Can I have an RV? That'd be cool.
Oh, there you go, an RV.
Yeah,
and tow a boat
behind the RV. Boat, you and your boat, man. We're just obsessed with the boat.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. Boat.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I go look at boats when I go to Bass Pro. The boats are there.
So we were at the game on Monday. This is also a dipshit of the week, I suppose. And we actually had people in our section around us. And Michaela and I started talking about the McCovey Cove, the guy who was grilling in the front of his kayak at McCovey Cove. Mm-hmm. And then we started talking about the floating hot tub that was in McCovey Cove. Did you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
So we decided we were going to create a floating hot tub as well. And that's where things went haywire. And we looked up after about a 10-minute conversation, and there was nobody around us, because we were talking about the hot tub having an outboard motor, like the one from Major League where they stick it in the hot water machine, and then hook up the sound system to just that noise. So that's all you hear. And it's going like 2 miles an hour. It's going 2 miles an hour. It's just going as fast. You got to get there at like 4:00 in the morning for a 6:00 at night game. And then you're still there by the third inning. But we were having a really good time with that, and then we looked up and nobody was around us.
Oh, sad.
But yeah, that was boat related.
That is boat related. There you go. All right, so I have 2 dipshits of the week, but they're in the same drama. Have you been following this Mike Vrabel, Hannah Rossini thing that's happened in the last week?
I saw the first headline, and then since then I haven't really touched much of it.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard, there's been some pictures out there of Vrabel and Rossini. Mike Vrabel, obviously the coach of the Patriots, and Dana Rossini, who's a reporter, worked at a bunch of places. I'm not sure where she's at now, but has done a lot of things. Maybe. Let's see. She was with ESPN. She works for The Athletic now. She's the Athletic NFL insider.
Okay.
So there's been some pictures of them in some not completely compromising situations, but also not a good look. Dancing, holding hands, hugging. And they said they were there with other people, but witnesses on the ground said that they were not. And the hotel they were staying at is famous for being a romantic destination. It's in Arizona somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So Awful Announcing did a deep dive into Rossini's reporting about Vrabel going back to his time at the Titans. And there's been some rumors about this relationship. And some of her reporting changed in its tone after a certain point. So there's definitely some, Jesus, are you okay over there?
Couldn't hit the mute button because my face just glitched, and I had to sneeze and I was trying to fight it back and it just didn't work. But anyways, Diana Rossini,
so
it's much more friendly to Mike Vrabel.
Much more friendly in her reporting after a certain point in time, which there were some rumors before that really never came to light, but now we have pictures. So well done, both of you. You're both married, for God's sake.
To other people, not them.
Yeah, not to each other, to other people. Jackasses. So
however, if it came out that they were poly, that would not surprise me with Vrabel. He's that kind of weirdo that I would see him being polyamorous. So he may have multiple relationships.
Well, he did
be that kind of guy.
Publicly say that he would gladly trade his junk for a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And then he came back, before this Super Bowl and said he would leave her 6. I don't know if you saw that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Would you still cut off your? I'd leave her 6. That was his comment. It's pretty good.
Nice. That's
the guy's pretty funny, man. I like.
Yeah, he is.
I like Vrabel.
Yeah, it's just too bad.
The Frozone thing.
Yeah.
The guy taking a shit.
The guy in the can. That draft. That
God.
COVID draft with
so good.
Belichick's dog.
Oh my God.
Fucking Shiba Inu just sitting at the table, like sitting there just, I want to pick a 6th round pick.
What was the NFC West Coast who they kept showing the house of, and it was like something from fucking American Psycho.
Oh, was that
or Dexter. It was like the Dexter house.
God,
it was
that Kingsbury.
No, it was that Kingsbury had a good house too.
McVay
had one that was like, they both had like just crazy pads.
Yeah, they had villain lairs. Welcome to my evil lair.
You can see like a terrace with like, mirror pond outside of McVay's giant windows that are like 20 feet tall,
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ. I would too if I had that kind of money. Honestly.
Oh yeah,
I'd have that kind of fun. Yeah,
that's fuck you money. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. Build your house. The Nugs bench is outscoring the Oklahoma City bench 87-84. Currently almost to the 4th quarter. So there you go.
There you go.
Like I said, 1 win or 1 loss by the Lakers. You get that 3rd. I'm good with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carry on, my guy. All right, last thoughts. Talk about the things. Pimp the stuff.
Hold on. You said you had 2 dipshits of the week.
That was them, Rossini and Vrabel.
Oh, together. Okay. Sorry, I thought there was going to be another one.
No. They were. I said they were tied together. That's those 2.
Gotcha. Okay, then I'm all good. Carry on. Let's wrap this thing up.
Back over to you.
let's wrap this thing up. I love you guys.
Final thoughts.
My final thoughts are: let's enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.
Awesome. Make sure you check us out on all of our social channels. You can find My Brother's an Idiot on Facebook by either going and finding that logo over there or just taking out your smartphone and take a little shot of the QR code up here. If you're seeing us live on YouTube, you can see it right there. If not, just look for the black, blue, and pink logo on Facebook. You can find us there. You can also find us on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at The Idiot Goons. We did just launch a new hour and 40-minute long video of me fishing.
I watched a little
badly.
bit of it. I watched a pretty decent portion of it, actually.
I'm going back to the scene of the crime on Sunday.
Oh, boy.
We're gonna try it again. I am bound and determined to catch something solo without a guide for the first time in my life on a fly. On a fly rod. I've caught fish on fly before, but it's always the spin setup with the bubble and some high mountain lake, and you're just dragging something. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So
I've done something fishing that you haven't done. That's
what
I have caught fish on a fly. I used to.
I've done it, but I've had a guide.
Well, so our niece's father went out and fly fishing with me a few times, and we went to the Platte River, and he got skunked, and I caught like 3 or 4 fish, and he got mad and rage quit.
There you go.
Yeah. Remember when he did that at Cherry Creek Reservoir? Just pulled out the fly rod at the banks of that.
Yeah. I remember when we were on a frozen sheet of ice.
No, exactly.
On a New Year's Day.
Going with this.
And I showed him how you're supposed to heat up a mealworm, and he about lost his cookies.
Yeah, because you put it in your mouth.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to put it in your mouth.
Put it in your mouth. Start wiggling around a little bit. They're ready to go. You put it on the hook. You drop it in. Boom.
Remember that, Jam? Put it in your mouth.
Yeah, I do. But anyway, check that out. We'll have we'll do episode 3 coming up this week. I'll definitely taking the action camera, and I may have a stunt photographer as well. We'll see. More to come there. May have a secondary, get some B-roll. I don't know.
Oh,
it's kind of fun figuring all this out.
Yeah, good time.
Anyway, yeah, you can find Mark on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok at Poffle Time. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter at Poffleopicus. You can also find me on TikTok at King Goon Smoke. You also find me on Instagram at Poffleopicus. You saw that. This is so stupid. So you saw that video I put up of the rocket taking off and the dude sweating in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It blew up on Instagram.
Did it really?
It's over 450,000 views.
What?
I'm like, it took me 8 seconds to put that together. Literally 8 seconds. And it's gone it's completely lost containment. Like okay. Go off, I guess.
Yeah. Whatever. Guess you found your people.
I guess. Gen X stressing about Challenger.
Yeah, Gen X is on Insta.
Right. Unbelievable. So
wild. Wow. That's crazy.
It got reposted. So I went through and I was looking at all the different people that looked and liked and whatever. And I'd look at all the blue check marks, right? A lot of times you get something like that takes off. You see, somebody's like, "Oh, I got noticed by blankety blank," right? And it's a cool moment. The most famous person that noticed it and said something or reposted it was Monica Lewinsky. So I got reposted by Monica Lewinsky because we're about the same age.
That is true. You guys are. That is funny. That is fucking hysterical.
Right?
That is... Jesus. that is random.
Right?
It was about as random as can be.
The whole thing is fucking random. I mean,
this could have given me a million chances to guess that the end of that sentence was Monica Lewinsky, and I would have never guessed Monica Lewinsky.
This isn't some grand social media strategy that I instigated. I picked something up on CapCut, threw it out on TikTok, copied it over to Instagram, and it just went. And who knows? I still
let the algorithm take it into the wind.
Yeah, the algorithm took it. So yeah, drop me a follow on Instagram too. Why not? Might be one of the 450,000 people who like my videos.
Jesus.
For the absent Milty, we love you, Milty.
Milty.
And for Dipshit, hope you're having fun up in the mountains. For my brother, the idiot, I'm the king. Make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take care of each other. This has been my Brothers and Idiot. We'll catch you next time. See ya, bruh.
Bruh. Brother.